Metamorphosis refers to a striking alteration in appearance, character, or circumstances. It's about change, drastic change, and often for the better. A change that is outside your comfort zone, but it causes you to transform your life going forward. Socrates once said that the secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Our contestants have been through many hardships to get to where they are today, each with their own flavor, their own stories, obstacles that beat them down, but they stood up again. As they say, fall down 9 times, get up 10. They all have reached a turning point that aided them in the right direction and are more determined than ever to achieve their goals. What motivated them? What exactly pushed them to that point? How did they find refuge in lifting? What is their story that has brought them to this point and caused them to cross paths? Find out on this episode of The Grind.
Being a PT and a gym owner has taught me how important goal setting is, and also having a structured plan around your training.
It's a therapy for everything you go through. I want to see what the human body can lift, really, with these 3 main lifts.
Thought, hell, I'll lose some weight too, and through that process just got into powerlifting.
I think the coach is very important. Something that I should have staked out way earlier.
His build is actually not ideal for sumo.
The introductions are done and all the lifters have tested their initial maxes. Now it's time to dig deep and start the race to the finish line. This is the first week of training.
We're just working with Heath on his hip pain. Looks like he's got a fair bit of tendinopathy in both hips, which he's obviously had for a while, and he's been trying to train through. It's starting to get worse now that he's increased his load. We've had a bit of a chat to Amir about trying to manage his load a little bit better, giving him some exercises to go through and loosen up around the hips, and a few exercises that hopefully will give him a little bit less pain, and see whether he can train through this and get it to settle down at the same time.
Good. That's good. Like that. Good. Just stay with that. And let's have a look.
Any mobility? That's good.
No, everything looks good. Like, nothing looks like it needs extra mobility work or anything like that right now, based on that. But if you feel like something feels off, something feels tight, something feels like it needs more mobility, then do it. You know what I mean? If you feel like, if you're not warm enough,
Don't want to break an extra sweat and just go.
yeah, you want to be breaking into a little bit of a sweat by the time you get to that top set.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And even if that means just doing some random movements in between sets, even if you feel completely mobile, it's definitely not going to be detrimental. It's going to be beneficial. Okay. The warmer you are, the better it is. Okay. Good. Tight. Elbows under. You don't have to get like the elbows too far under, because then you lose upper back tightness. Right. But just make sure you're not pushing into yourself, not cocking it back under. Right. Like, did it feel alright when you push that under there? How did it feel?
Lose it.
Sorry?
If I try to force it down till
you lose upper back tightness. Yeah, that's right. Don't force it under too much.
Okay.
Just make sure you're not cocking it back too much.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Just stay in a tight position. That's all.
Is my grip wide, too narrow, or it's okay?
At the moment, it's okay. Usually, narrower is better to a degree in terms of being able to create tightness on the back. So, if you want to sort of practice with it and experiment with it, and try and go a little bit narrower, see how that feels. And when we say narrower, don't just go from here straight to like there. If you're here, go maybe 2 finger spaces in, and just see how that feels. You know what I mean? So go from here to like there. See how that feels. If it feels good, stay with it. And then the next set after that, you can try going 2 finger spaces narrow again, and just see how that feels. Usually with width, if it feels good, it's gonna feel good like pretty much then and there. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not a question of really practice. Yep. If it's gonna feel better, it feels better almost immediately. So that's how you know you're on the right way. Just try it as a trial and error. But for now, nothing you're doing is incorrect. Really. Like in terms of technique, everything is good. Good. Hold that tight. Still too late to see any faults if there are any. So keep going up on 40 next. Don't rush that forward. Stay tight, stay solid.
I'll wait till you say up.
Alright. Maintain that position with the torso, okay? No matter what. Chin up, chest up. Up. Excellent, okay. That's perfect. It should be like that kind of difficulty, right? So, just stay back on that. So that's 170. So, do your back down sets off that way. Okay, that's good.
Percentage? What percentage?
What I write down, 75. Okay. But yeah, in terms of difficulty as a top set, that's how it should be. Like that's close to a max. It's definitely not a max. Yeah. There's room left in the tank, but you had to work for it. It was tough. You know what I mean? Yeah. There was no technique breakdown or anything like that. So that's like just that sweet spot where it's like it was probably just under a 9. It's probably like a 8.5, approaching a 9 maybe. Still very good. So higher in weight? No. Okay. Just stay at that. Keep it as that and drop down now. Do your back offsets. Yep. And let's get it. Right?
2 by 8, right?
2 by 8. Instead of 4 by 8.
Right. Didn't feel too bad. Hips was alright. The lift itself felt pretty easy. So, yeah.
Just like this. Stand up. Have you ever pulled sumo? Okay. I just want to try this. Go feet up wider. Just like a sumo. Good. A little bit wider. Go your shins on that way. Okay. Give me position again.
Where do your hands go?
Yeah, just go like, yeah. Get your hips lower. Yeah, don't go on your heels, stay on your midfoot.
Yep.
So you can push the knees forward as well.
Alright.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep the chest up. Okay, pull from there. You can go up on the grip rope. You can go up on the grip. Yeah. Bring the grip in a little bit more. So just grab like pretty much just all on the sleeve. Push the shins forward. Get your shoulders onto the bar. Push from the midfoot. Down again. Rest. Now what I'm going up, your hands are like rubbing up against each other. Yeah, that's normal. We can fix that. That's no problem. But obviously that's going to feel awkward, right? But aside from that, does it feel hard? Does it feel easy? Does it feel
Harder to lift.
It's harder to lift, like to break the ground, yeah? But how does it feel like on your back? How does it feel in terms of positioning?
No, it's very neutral on the back. I feel good. I don't feel tight, but it feels a lot heavier.
Yeah, that can be fixed, right? That can be fixed because you've never done it before. Like you've never pulled, right? You've never done sumo before. So that's going to be one of the reasons why it just feels it's completely weird. That can be fixed because if we decide to change the sumo, we will just do it now and just carry it on for the rest of the duration, right? But I just want to know, does it feel more comfortable to get in position?
Let me try it again.
Yeah, take your time. Try them even try both. Feel it in your quads? Yeah, because it's a quad dominant movement, that's why. That's normal. Alright, try the other one now. Good, yeah. So that one feels easier, obviously. As a weight, it would, I imagine it feels easier. Yeah. Right, but setup wise, position wise, comfort wise, which one feels more comfortable?
The sumo does.
The sumo does. So what's happening there, as you may have seen, is the lower back is there's some rounding there, but there may be some issues he needs to address with Alex and Julian upstairs when he books in his physio session, and they may be able to work on that to be able to get the mobility needed in there to be able to do the lift. But until then, because they need to do that detailed work themselves and it's their field of expertise, I would just refer out for them to do that. For now, his safety is my main priority. Because he gets in much better position and feels much more comfortable in a sumo stance, sumo is what we're going to go with. And although it feels awkward at the moment, it will only take one and a half, up to probably 2 cycles at most for him to pick it up and feel good with it, especially because he's a relative beginner. So that's not a problem. If safety is main concern, because the amount of volume they're going to be doing on this next few cycles, that's going to like blow your back out. And you want to be able to continue and be able to finish the whole program properly. So that longevity is the main goal. There's no point doing something just because at the moment it feels better or feels stronger. So sumo is what we're going to have to go with. We're going to have to change things around a little bit and identify things.
You can use that on the way down. That's the bar. Get back on the fire.
It's different. Sumo for the first time and pausing as well. It's pretty hard, but it feels good though. pretty much consistency is what they teach is key. That's what I've lacked in a lot of my training in the past. That's what they try to maintain here, and the accountability. Make sure you keep yourself honest, keep yourself true. Make sure you're lifting right, you're doing everything the right way. I want to do this because I want to see what I'm capable of. I want to be the best I can be. So in the next 12 weeks, I want to see what Emmanuel can lift, pretty much.
Hey guys, it's John from City Strength here to talk about the SBD elbow sleeve. The SBD elbow sleeve comes in sizes from extra small right up to 2XL, manufactured exclusively in the UK, and is made with 2 thicknesses of neoprene. 7mm on the outside of the elbow, 5mm on the inside of the elbow. This is to allow smooth elbow movement and comfort when bending through the elbow, so there's not too much material bending ending up in the joint there. Very, very useful for athletes who do a lot of pressing, be it bench pressing or overhead pressing. Strongman athletes love it also. Get yours today from citystrength.com.au.
In terms of the current first week of training, it's been great. So I'm up to my 4th session today. It's a little bit different to what I've done in the past. Usually I tend to split my muscle groups up a bit more. So chest day, back and deadlift day, and then also squats. So with this program, we are doubling up a lot. So today I think I've got squats and bench press. A few things in terms of programming that's a little bit different and that I think I might struggle with. I'm not the most mobile sort of bloke, especially through my shoulders, so today I've got front squats and I've only sort of touched on those maybe a handful of times in the past. It'll be interesting to see how I go.
Yeah, just stay like that. It's very upright. So just exactly like that. And you keep the depth was good. Yeah, just keep it like that. You got your paper here? Sorry? You got your paper here? The program? Go through real quick. I thought so. You got safety squats.
Didn't you change
You're on day 4, right?
Yeah. Well, remember on the group you said change it to front squats?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I remember. Freaking out, bro. In practice, in principle, it's the same thing. You want to stay upright.
Yep.
But the one thing you'll notice with this bar, because you've never done it before, because of the way it's shaped, when you pick it up, you'll notice it's continuously trying to push you forward. Okay? You got to fight that. You got to fight it as much as you can. Keep the chest up, and as you come up, quite push back. Don't let it round out your thoracic. Right? That's the first thing that goes with people. So thoracic round. Cool. And just let it rest. So don't push up and don't push down. Just let the bar rest, do what it does. All right? The position that it takes naturally. Yeah, good. That's it. That's alright? Yeah, we get used to it, but yeah, just resist the urge to push up. That's the first thing people want to do because it makes it easier. Let it just be there. Don't pull down, don't push up, just hold it wherever it is. Okay?
What's this going to add?
Hey?
What will this add to me?
In terms of your squat, so at the moment, based on what we saw from your testing, you have a tendency to lean forward a lot. Not a lot, but a bit more than we like. And you do well with having the motor pattern or training the motor pattern to keep pushing back and strengthening everything in the upper back. It will. Remember how I said it looks like you're so like wobbly when you're stepping out, but then you smash it. So by getting the upper back and everything tighter and stronger and being able to fight against this bar, that will help in being able to get everything tighter and stronger there in your pick. And when the pick feels good, the squat will get better. Because psychologically it's better and you're just in a better position. If the bar's sitting in a better position, you know what I mean? So it's like that, just keep going one by one.
My last attempt, 170. It's about a 9 out of 10, so we'll leave it there and work the program around that. First time using the safety bar. It's definitely a lot different to what I've been doing. Trying to just work on staying upright and working on my upper back strength. So I'm looking forward to seeing the results with this. Amir promised me my number's going to go up, so really keen. It's a lot better in the video.
Yeah. The bar speed was good there.
I'm happy to go up if you go up a bit.
Did you, like, how did it feel? So did it feel like it's starting to get hard? Did it feel like, shit, that was hard? Like,
I think weight-wise, it's not hard. I think it's just hard because it's just a new technique.
Yeah, maintaining position and stuff like
staying
that?
Staying up a lot more, so.
All right. Look, go up more, go to, what's that, 160? 170. Go 180?
Yep.
Let's have a look. That's not good. Same position. Good. Good. So work off that now. Chest up. Steady. Good. Stop. Good. Go. Right. Good. Close. That's the kind of difficulty you want it at. Like that. Not too easy, not too light. You gotta think about it. You gotta work for it.
Yeah.
That was the last one in.
Definitely work for it, bro.
Good work. Well done.
In life, everybody goes through hard times. Everybody has their ups and downs. But in particular, our contestant Tarek has been dealing with depression.
I guess it started a few years ago. You know, wake up with no interest, or I guess there wasn't as much interest in everything that I was doing. I felt like I lost all direction, lost all purpose. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to be or who I was or why I felt the way that I felt. And I sort of left it the way it is. You know, I'd sleep terribly each and every night. Whether I'd sleep for 6 hours or 12 hours or 14 hours, it all felt the same. It felt quite painful. You felt like you weren't really you, and it hurt quite a bit, but I wasn't sure why, so I let it go, and I thought it's just something that's temporary. As soon as that started to happen, I started to withdraw from circles, like circles of friends, circles of family, people that I was close to. So I'm a really outgoing person who loves to chat, loves to have a discussion about anything and everything. But as soon as that started to happen, as time progressed, I started to pull away from all my friends. I started to pull away from my family. You know, I didn't want to be around anyone. I just wanted to be on my own. Just wanted to be in bed like by 9 o'clock, and that was the only thing that sort of comforted me during the time. And then even then, when it came to training, once I injured my back, I think that sort of further damaged the feeling or made it even worse than what it really was. So I found it very difficult to actually get myself into the gym. Every weight that I'd lift felt like, you know, it was a ton. Every rep that I'd do felt like it took it chipped away at my soul. So it wasn't a comforting feeling, especially knowing what you're capable of, and then seeing yourself get to the level that you're at, sort of demotivating and discouraging. I sort of hit rock bottom and I just didn't know what to do anymore. So I had a friend who posted something on Facebook and was just like, oh, we've got this thing going on, but the only way you can join is if you sit down with a coffee with me. So I thought, what the heck, I've got nothing to lose. I've sort of lost direction, I've lost purpose and meaning, so I'll give it a go, why not? You know, then we sat down, had a chat, and I guess that was the starting, that facilitated the change. Even till now, I'm still in the process of seeking help, and it's a bit difficult, but that's where it pretty much began. So I do encourage whoever is experiencing any of those feelings to seek help as soon as possible, because the quicker you do, hopefully the quicker you can sort of rectify and resolve the issue. There are days where I just accept how I feel. So initially when I felt the way I felt, I used to just always beat myself up about it. I'm like, this isn't you, how can you feel this way? Why do you feel like crap for? You shouldn't feel like crap. And then eventually I was just like, look, the more I beat myself up about it, the worse I'm gonna feel. So I just started to accept the feeling. And obviously through cognitive behavior therapy with one of a psychologist of mine, you know, he gave me some techniques which helped alleviate the anxiety, alleviate the stomach pain that was associated with the low mood depression, and I guess with my diet as well, changing that around, that helped quite a bit. So yeah, there are a few number of factors that I do take into consideration when trying to manage symptoms. If you are experiencing any of the symptoms of any sort of mental disorder, I highly recommend you seek help at your earliest. You know, make sure you seek the right help. You know, speak to people that are close to you. Make sure people are aware. Usually those surrounding you are people who will love to help you. You know, like my family will always be there right next to me, asking me like what's wrong or, you know, what's happening, and I'll completely brush them off. You know, sometimes we might feel like the world's against us, or you might feel like everybody's watching you, or you're paranoid and, you know, everybody's attacking you, but really at the same time they might be there to help you. So if help does come, you know, hold on to it, and if you lose hope, hang on, there's still hope. Even if you feel like there's nothing to hold on to, or there's no progress, or you feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, trust me, there is. You know, we'll all have our ups, we'll all have our downs, but eventually we will. And for those who have family that are experiencing any of the mental disorders, I highly recommend you keep an open mind and an open heart when dealing with the situations, because most of the time people don't know why they feel the way they feel. And that's, I guess, the hardest part of it all. We just don't know why we feel the way we feel.
The Grind is brought to you by Adonis Athletics, Australia's leading chain of strength and conditioning facilities. SBD and City Strength for the world's leading powerlifting accessories. Raw fitness equipment for top quality gym equipment and accessories. And your health, sport and spine for knowledgeable and quality care of our contestants' mobility and rehab needs.
So with Mitch, we're going to change his accessory work to a front squat for a couple of reasons. First of all, he's getting the hang of the tempos real quick. I don't think he's going to have as much problem with picking up the technicalities of the squat as I initially thought he would. He picks up things pretty quickly, and right now you can see that you know, from the couple of sets that he's been doing, the technique is pretty good. He's well aware of what's going on, where his body positioning and stuff like that. And the other thing is, when we first tested, he was testing in flat shoes, and the technique wasn't as optimized as it was the other day. And so when I was writing the program the day after, I was basing everything off of what I saw on that day. Then the boys came in the following week, had a bit of a play around with lifting and things like that, and I started to notice that his technique what's going on with his technique and optimized it. And we eventually discovered that we need to put heels under him and change his sort of bar positioning and the way his body is and things like that, because it's very high bar. So based on that change in or improvement in the technique execution, the biomechanics also changes as well. And based on that biomechanical change, I think it's better if he starts to do front squats instead of tempo squats. I think it will be much more of a carryover for him. He's already naturally pretty strong and he picks things up pretty quickly. So let's see if the prediction is right.
Upright. Good. How about pausing it at the bottom?
Nice.
How'd it feel?
Yeah, good. Good. I reckon I got a good couple more.
You go on 40 minutes? Out. Easy. Instead of 150 today, well, 5. We're also going to drop this one.
Yeah.
It's sort of a struggle for you to like unrack it and re-rack it. Yeah.
It's different on my back.
We'll drop it one, and when you pick it, if you pick it too narrow sometimes and your feet aren't set, it might feel like a bit awkward when you walk back. So make sure when you go to pick it, your feet are nice and stable. So when you pick it, you're nice and patient with it. Pick it, 1, 2, go. Don't rush. Take your time to set up, don't rush. Big feet under it, brace for the pick. Big feet under it. Big breath, brace. Next step back. Let it settle. Elbows up, chin up, deep breath. Up. Good. Go again. Good. Leave it there.
Felt my hand slip.
Yeah, that's it. I want to catch it before it starts to break down. Yeah. So that was perfect. No more than that. So next week we'll attempt the same weight.
So I'll go back to the back squats for the rest of the workout. I got 4 sets of 8.
No.
Stay front squats, yeah.
So you got to drop it to opposite.
Training today was awesome. Man, I learned so much. I absolutely love coming here to Adonis. It's absolutely the perfect place to be for my mindset at the moment. And yeah, training is just, I'm enjoying every second of being at this gym. Training with Amir and Woz is something very special to me. I'm really appreciative of this opportunity. I lost weight just from cardio, but it was like I did nothing but cardio for years straight.
Yeah.
Barely lost weight, and then as soon as I started picking up weights and eating right, it was just doing everything. Like everyone says, don't lift weight till you put on weight. So
good type of weight, but
once I actually did once I did it right, works out.
Are you finding it hard to kick off?
Not really. I vary between about 105 to 100. I think it was January 2015. I took a look at myself in the mirror. I didn't really like what I saw. I was inspired by my mum, who actually lost about 30 kilos, and I thought, well, if she can do it, why can't I? And just through diet, training, healthy lifestyle, I lost about 50 kilos, and I never felt better in my life. It's taken me to places I never really imagined I'd be, just from starting that journey. Like, oh man, I look back on it now and it seems like it was so long ago, but yeah, a lot of trial and error with my training. I really didn't know too much about how to lose weight as far as like the best and most efficient way was, but really I just decided to buckle into it, give it everything, and be patient and let the results show in time, and that's what happened. So it definitely wasn't the easiest of easiest of journeys, but it's definitely worth it for anybody who wants to lose weight. For anyone who's trying to lose weight, just be patient. Be patient, stick to your goals, trust in good coaches, and yeah, be patient, and you achieve your goals. If I can do it, anyone can do it.
Week 1 is now finished. Some are off to a great start and others somewhat shaky. Who can keep it together and who will crumble in the weeks to come? Who can maintain consistency and who will overcome and outwork? Find out in the next episode of The Grind.